Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakura, director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited. We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today.
Is he gonna control 4 controllers?
Whoa, not even Nintendo.
Styles and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy. Which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast.
Oh my god.
So it won't be available right
Secret.
away. Please understand that it will take a little time. I think even many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and say,
This is amazing.
Wow, really?
So not February.
So
huh?
let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information.
He looks
However, even if
like
you
he's
say,
ready to burst
that's
with
not the
excitement.
character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings.
Glowing.
He's
We prepared a fighter reveal video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now,
Okay.
let's do this.
Holy shit, here we go, chat.
I'm freaking terrified right now.
It's Fire Emblem.
It does feel like Fire
That's
Emblem.
fine, Byleth. Yeah.
The time has finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies!
Oh man.
There's no way it's Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I feel like it's an elaborate troll right now.
Yeah, there's no way it's Fire Emblem. Dude, lightsaber.
There's softness, yeah.
Lightsaber coming out.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die? I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice.
Where is this going?
You must join Smash.
Oh, my
Oh, it
God.
is. Okay.
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
There it is. Okay.
So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself!
So stupid. I got up at 6 a.m. for... it's the Black Eagles. I get up at 6 a.m. for this.
This is not the end.
Poor Hubert.
There's no way. There's no way. Yeah.
He lost.
Return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
Changed job roles.
So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
I like her.
Wait, that's Tokyo Mirage? Oh no, it's just the weapons, damn it.
How is this?
What?
I like that animation. It looks cool.
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics.
Cool polearm.
With Arid Fire, strike with superior reach. Use Amir's overwhelming power.
Those weapons are awesome.
Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught.
Even that bow is sweet.
Along with the sword of the creator. Each weapon matches a direction.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting. What?
Oh, the school
Your will
stage.
and mine be now
And
as
indoors,
one.
nice. At a chapel.
To you, both sides of time are revealed. Through Smash, show the world.
Alright. There it is.
Fireball.
Trying to deny it for a while.
What?
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's
Sakurai is,
still
like,
very
the
new.
biggest
Even
Fire
so,
Emblem
you'll
fan
soon
in
be
the
able to
world.
play as them
Yeah.
in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned
Oh,
for
this is
January
return.
28th.
Oh,
You'll
wow.
have instant access
Wow.
if you have the Super Smash
really
Bros.
There you go.
Ultimate Fighters
They're beating
Pack,
the
and it will
February
also be
deadlines.
available for purchase individually. In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry.
Knowledge of the fighter is nice, but not required.
First
He's
off,
filling
What
us
is
in.
Fire
Emblem?
Emblem?
What is
There
Fire
we go.
What the heck?
This is for
Pronounced
me.
in Japanese.
What
The
is
producer
Fire
said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when
Oh
writing
my
it, if you
gosh.
don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you. So please be careful.
What?
What?
The series' first
The
entry
Fire
launched in
Emblem
Japan on the Famicom in 1990.
Oh, we're really going on a retro here.
Tactical role-playing game. You might be
God.
wondering what makes it particularly tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game, or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle. When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games. Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo products. Characters could permanently die.
Yeah.
That's
What
pretty
was the
recognizable,
laugh?
so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes.
They're sleeping with the fishes.
But really, if a character fell in battle,
It is what it
they
is.
were gone and you couldn't use them again.
Irishman.
Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you, but a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak.
Or
In the
easy
older
mode.
games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary.
Scary.
The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's
Think about
actually a
that.
reason
6
for this.
fighters
When I was
from
considering
Fire
how to
Emblem.
incorporate
Right.
Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn. And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
Whoa.
People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games?
Yeah,
There are
because we didn't
that
get all
many?"
of them. Wait, are you
Well,
announcing?
if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge.
Where's
What?
genealogy of the Holy
I'll
War?
give it a try.
暗黒竜と光の剣、外伝魔性の謎聖戦の系譜トラキア776、封印の剣烈火の剣、聖魔の宝石、草原の奇跡暁の女神
Akatsuki!
暗黒竜神官聖イフヒーローズエコーズ風化設立
There you go, 17.
Wow.
今変な数え方してます
So you saw how I was
You're doing
counting in
some
a weird
jutsu
way.
science
Yeah,
here. You're summoning
I was counting in
jutsus.
binary.
This is Naruto.
Counting in binary.
This
Oh,
is
that's
0.
awesome.
Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2,
Whoa.
then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Whoa.
And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it?
What the heck, Sakurai?
You can actually count up to 31 on one hand.
Is this a bit?
Whoa.
This is a bit.
And if you use both hands, you
We're
can
in
count all the way
one.
up to 1023.
He's like, I'm not gonna
We've
see
been
him
doing
for a
it
while.
wrong our
Let's
whole
If
lives.
you've given up counting
Do
the mounts
whatever.
in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go.
Try it out. Bored sometime.
What is Fire Emblem Three Houses?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
In
gosh,
Japanese,
what?
the male
You
version
have
of
to
the
be
main
trolling
character
at
is
this
called Beretu,
point.
and the female version is called Beresu. But in English, they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3
Yeah.
academic houses.
Guys, the spoilers.
Once you've chosen a house,
Yeah, maybe
you guide them
Hubers
through
doesn't
their
want to
school
see
life,
this.
And, well, you end up fighting the other
Seems
house.
pretty
I mean, this
general.
is
Come on.
Seems mild,
pretty
seems
generic,
mild.
I think.
After a certain incident,
Forget
5 years pass, and you meet
I
up with your
mean,
grown-up
they
students
talked
to
about the
battle
time
against the other
skip,
houses
but that's
in their
pretty
regions.
much, yeah.
It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you.
You're a little too specific there.
To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses,
I mean, they
played
didn't
an early
spoil,
version of
like,
the game before its release.
Anything that was good.
Okay.
I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example,
Yeah, of course.
Breath of the Wild 2 shadow
because I
drop right
couldn't
now.
wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending,
Must be
and
nice,
realized for the first
Sakurai.
time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
What?
What are you going on about here?
Sakurai, what are you doing?
I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and
Oh,
multiple endings,
damn it,
it was
Sakurai.
really hard to get a feel for it. And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference. The game has
Thought he was
multiple
gonna
routes,
announce
and the outcome
Zelda.
of each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
Sure.
Oh.
Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release.
What?
What?
Right now, it's actually November. Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version.
Okay.
What?
As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes.
Something
Here we go.
is going down.
Okay.
So, this is our new fighter,
So yeah,
Byleth.
that's the market area.
Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon.
Is that another word
The
for
hero's
range
relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick.
I really like these weapons.
Each of the
That
hero's
thing looks
relics is a
really
weapon
cool.
that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses.
It's awesome.
They look like bones, and there's a reason for that.
That's a spoiler.
First, let's talk about the weapon
I mean,
Byleth uses
point it
for
out.
upgrade
no, I
inputs.
mean, knowing
sword
what
of the
it
Don't
is.
even point it out.
The sword of the creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as
so
down
cool.
tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a
I just
whip.
want to take
Oh man,
Belmont,
this music.
Belmont and Byleth and fight.
They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air.
Sweet.
I have a feeling this might be a
For their
special
up air
stage.
attack,
Like the sides, you know,
They'll
smash
wave
them
the
off.
whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a
Said
relatively
hit
long
detection.
time.
Confirmed.
The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like this.
What?
Oh,
It was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in
Oh, that's the
addition,
Omega version of the stage.
wow.
What?
you can do awful things like
Yeah.
You can do awful
that.
things.
Awful
You'll launch
things.
opponents upward
I'm gonna do
until
lots
their
of
damage
awful
reaches
things.
a certain percentage.
Wow.
It's pretty risky though. Because if you
Exceed
don't
that
land
percentage,
that, then
and you'll need to
it's
stop.
gone.
It's hilarious
You may
how
find it helpful to mid-air dodge.
this version of
I've already
Eric
shown
Mock
this,
is going
but
to
you
look
can
better
also
than
use it to latch onto
the game
edges.
version.
So that's the up special.
Also runs at a steady frame rate.
Now for the sideways inputs. This is Erdvar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology. First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
Yep, it's a good move.
If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat
cool,
it.
like how clearly you
Next,
can
the side
tell the
smash
difference
attack.
in their art
This also
styles.
has a long range.
You know,
It'll
Marth being like a
connect
really
even from
early
here.
Fire Emblem character.
Jeez.
Also, if you add an
Have
upward
medium
tilt,
range,
it will be
yeah.
stronger. And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them.
Whoa.
Awesome.
By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
The shaft part is weaker, so it's not suited to close combat. It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part
Using those bricks. Counting those bricks.
Oh.
or downward in this case. Next, the side special move. Byleth will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit. Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this. But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful.
Well, you're really exposed.
Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area. Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality.
Verticality.
So this complements it well,
All the points.
although you'll be vulnerable when you land. Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir.
Yeah.
It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack.
I love weapons.
It really
of
is strong.
myth. Always a fan.
Oh,
try
Bowser
it.
Axe! I just knew
Next
you were
is
gonna
the
watch
down
this.
smash attack. A heavy swing of the axe, back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike. It's a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
Oh, nice.
which allows you to withstand an attack.
Oh,
I really
Just so you
like
know,
this
if you
weapon.
execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time,
cloud counter right here.
it plays out like this.
No, I'm all about
It's
this.
a bit slower than the Falcon
OPX.
Punch,
I'm all
but due to
about
the
this.
you
OPX.
have the advantage. Unless you
Oh, just grab him out of it. Yeah,
Wow.
of course.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms.
Whoa.
While you're charging up, you can breeze past
What?
platforms like this to reach a lower area.
That's so broken.
It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise
That's kind of
attack.
broken.
Wow.
Also, you can turn around during the move. The
Nice.
swing takes a while, so if an opponent runs behind you during the move,
I was
you
gonna
can
say,
quickly
it's
change
just get-
direction.
Oh, what?
I love that.
Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when
That's
used against
it's
a
like
group of
Ganondorf,
opponents.
man.
Yep.
Destroy things.
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little.
Vibrations.
It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them.
Yo.
By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just
They
get
parry
loads
it.
of counters.
Yeah.
It hits with
Never
that
used
much
this
power in a
against
single
the
attack.
fire.
Counters can
Hard
actually multiply
counter.
block attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter.
Good to know.
Next, we have the neutral moves.
Oh yeah.
The bow
they
you
got the
use is called
cafeteria here.
Failnaught, which shares its name
Or,
with the bow from the
the
Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around.
Huh.
It's also easy
Oh,
to
the
create
map
certain combos
is even
with
the
this.
map from the game in the top right when they were showing it. That's kind of
And
cool.
with the neutral special, you'll
But
let
like in
loose an arrow.
Smash version, yeah.
It seems pretty
Or
straightforward,
that's just a
right?
regular Smash. Never mind.
But there are a
Never
few
mind.
noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button.
Okay.
You can also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this
Yo,
point,
destroying
but
school property.
Wow.
Be careful there.
Looks like Hogwarts main hall
you'll
right here.
unleash
Yeah. Straight up.
a powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light.
It's really nice to see like
You
the
can
upper
perform this
areas.
move by keeping the button
You don't
held
really
down.
get to see that much in the game.
You charge up power like so,
Sorting
charge a
hat,
bit more,
assist trophy.
and then fire. But again,
some
you'll
light
need to take care when
beams
using this
coming
move.
down. Looks nice.
For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it. So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible. Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything. Which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
Okay.
Anime.
As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together. Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders.
Yes.
Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to.
Anal F.
The sixth color is based
Oh,
on Sothis,
so
who you
nice.
just saw earlier. And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't
Come
we
on.
see this variation in
You're
the final
tempting
smash?
here. I do like how the Pegasus Knights are flying around in the background, just like in the
cool.
game. Mach.
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you
I think
spend most of the
it's
game.
like a difficult problem.
Garrick
Right?
Mach
There's, like,
Monastery.
there's a new Fire Emblem game, but there's already so many Fire Emblem characters.
This is how Garrick Mach Monastery is laid out in the
it
original
always
game.
feels kind of weird.
From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall,
Reception Hall is
bridge,
the name of it.
and cathedral, all in one stage.
No cafeteria.
It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four.
I wanted like a food
Let me
fight.
introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas.
Oh,
The first area is the marketplace.
yo,
I think this is where a lot of
Dimitri
people come to do their
10
shopping.
out of 10 marketplace.
and
The
Ingrid.
guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house.
Dedu.
Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid.
Yeah.
Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're
What
largely
did he
from the
say,
Holy
Dudu?
Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a
Yeah,
kingdom,
it's weird.
that
Like,
means
why
they
do you
have a
tell
monarch.
people?
For that reason, I guess you could say
The
that
wrong
Dudu-
one, now it's in my head.
He had quite the difficulty.
Stop
that he
this!
may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one. There
Why
are
are you
vendors on
dropping
either
that
side.
in there?
In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of
So let's destroy them!
You can
Yeah!
break them, you see.
Dude, I thought he was about to like buy something from the shop.
If you do break them,
Yeah.
I was about to freak
the
out.
stage will expand to the left and right.
Okay.
I wonder where people will buy
Dude,
their
it is
supplies
now
now.
canon.
And in the background,
Yes,
you
the
can see the gatekeeper.
gatekeeper. Does he tell you
You
stories?
often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot.
Every month he has a new
Moving
story.
through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious
Aw.
platform. Just when
Whoa.
it seems like you've come to a stop,
That's pretty cool transition.
you'll come crashing back down.
Oh,
You've
look
broken
at
through the ceiling and
that.
slammed into the
weird.
building.
Petra, Dorothea, Edelgard.
And the guests
They're
in the
gonna be
reception
standing there
hall
like
are
that in the
Edelgard,
match?
Dorothea, and Petra of the Black
So we have an
Eagle.
argument over who best
Take
girl
note,
is right
it's
now.
not spelled Edelgard. They're from
What?
the Adressian Empire,
Aesthetic has got to
and
make
as such,
sense in
they
Japanese,
embrace
I
their
don't know.
military might. Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage.
Prominent
It's possible to knock them down.
chandeliers. Prominent.
Let's go.
However, Byleth can't actually reach
Get out
it,
there, though.
even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though.
Oh, I see.
So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky
Get
and
knocked
being
up there.
launched up, or perhaps by
Yeah.
using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go, I made it. And you can knock it down.
That's hardcore.
Also, you can break this table. Like so.
Feels like this character can do a lot of
Just like the sign
tricky
that
and
reads
flashy
Fudin Kazan in the Suzaku
things.
Castle stage,
Yeah.
it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range.
Bird said I kind of want to play Fire League Houses right now.
Yeah, the
I'm
mission
feeling the
accomplished
same
there.
way.
The
Sakura,
camera
good
rotates
job.
90
I wanna play
degrees,
Houses
creating
right
this
It's really
long
interesting because the
area. It's very wide indeed.
Golden Deer, Lawrence, Hilda, Best Boy Claude.
It's similar to the Bridge of Elden stage. The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance.
It's cool with the
Because it's an alliance of many
noble
noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members.
Standing there
And Claude is
Yeah,
the sharpest of the bunch.
it would be interesting if they were doing something like
Incidentally,
talking
both
because
Claude
like
and
that's
Hilda are the
their
names of
arms
characters
walking
that
around
appear
school
in
and stuff.
Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series.
We wouldn't
I
know
guess
that because
once
it never
you've
came
reached
out
the
here.
17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen.
Plenty of blows.
You could also say it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
Never get to rotate the cameras. Never get to see that awesome view ever in the game.
Dang.
The last area is the cathedral,
So
only with some
Church of
platforms you can pass
Saros
through.
squad.
The guests appearing in the cathedral are Seth, Flame, and Rhea. There's Seth, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flame.
Bonds.
She seems to be
Bond.
under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, Sakurai, where are you going? Like,
This is a simple
chill.
area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes. Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely
Team
5 players per
DLC.
side. Alright, here we go, Joker.
Joker head.
Joker!
What?
And Hero!
What? Why?
Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know
Is
what
this
I'm doing.
like Sakurai saying like, I hate
Basically,
everything?
I'm trying to
Can I
defeat
just
all 5
delete?
opponents with just the Professor gear. But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on.
Wait, so Sakurai
not gonna
playing
land that
like
easy.
other staff and trying to BM right now?
Oh, this is
I
bad.
think it's
Bennigan. I better keep my distance. I'll use this chance to attack. Got him. That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here. Lots of explosives. Ouch.
Come on, Ike. You got this, Ike. Don't
Perfect
lose.
shielded that, huh?
Perfect
one.
shielded that.
Yeah.
Sakura is
This,
like, you know,
this, or like so.
you got some skill, kid.
No anti. There, the soccer ball.
Oh, come on. He's just playing against the computer.
Good. There's mom.
There's mom.
You're in a good spot, mom. I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not. I feel like the enemy might get this smash ball. See? They got it. But I mustn't give up. I can't waste this chance.
Nice.
There's another smash ball. Yes, got it.
What?
This is scripted.
Now.
Scripted.
I think he probably talked over it after.
There's still more. Whack. Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him. I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game.
What matters?
It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
The
Songs all.
Listen to this.
Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added.
new arrangement.
This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English. I hope you'll enjoy these
Edge
as
of
well.
Dawn is the vocal cool song, so kind of bummed that
We're
doesn't
also
get it.
adding in a new spirit board.
Spirit.
It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters.
Hope.
Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new classic mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Okay.
Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
Here's where all your leaks are, chat.
This will be Dante's jacket or
Yeah.
what?
All, like, Master Chief, like Dante, they're all in here.
Yeah.
That Skyward Sword.
Told you!
Here are all your leaks!
Yes!
Here are all your leaks!
Yes! Altair!
Putting the song in too.
Let's go. Yeah, dude.
What? Okay.
I instinctively was ready to say
Mario
it.
vs. Rabbids music. Yep.
Rabbits.
So this is a Ubisoft pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad right now shed a single tear.
Okay.
There's legends coming up. There's legends coming up. There's legends coming up. Cup?
What is that?
They wanted Smash. They're getting it.
Oh yeah, it's still a Mii Fighter. Okay, so the other music tracks weren't.
Oh, no legends.
Trailer.
Say them again. Say them again.
Hey, tune in January 16th. But didn't they use an Assassin's Creed song?
They did, yeah.
But it didn't have the music icon on it, so...
Yeah, I think that. That was
This
just for the
time, we're
trailer.
releasing a Cuphead costume.
Altair doesn't come with music.
And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope you enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii Fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it. And now, onto the Amiibo.
Whoa.
The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it? Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release on Friday, January 17th.
Richter one.
I was looking at the Dark Samus. There's a lot more detail on there than I would expect.
Here we go.
はい、そして今回
And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Byleth.
Pretty solid lineup, dude. I'm sorry, man. Joker
From more
and
than
Hero,
70 fighters,
great.
only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Respect.
As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Here we go. Shot.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
5 more?
Yeah.
6 more!
Nice.
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out.
December 31st, 2021.
And now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it.
Oh, well, there's a-
Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided. Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
He's
But I
saying,
still
please
hope
don't
you'll look
tweet
forward
me.
to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume, but this time, here's what we have.
Oh.
It's a Mii Fighter
Oh.
costume for Mii Sword Fighter,
The ancient
soldier gear
yeah.
from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2. It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest-selling fighting game in the world. Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
Oh, whoa. Sakurai! Sakurai, what are you doing? Don't do this!
But now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who
Yeah, wait,
knows?
that's the Hall of Grace
But when it
discussion.
comes to a
Yeah.
single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else
is.
entirely.
Yes.
Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC, which means no breaks for me. I plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
Ah. That really is it.
That's it. Fire Emblem again!
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
man.
I have, like, absolutely couldn't have any less than 0. I have 0 familiarity with Fire Emblem. So for me, it's, like, whatever, but if you're a Fire Emblem fan, and I appreciate that it's from a newer game, too. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's awesome when we get, like, these legacy fighters and people from older games. Banjo-Kazooie and stuff. Terry Bogard, but I think it's cool, and the turnaround for it was quick. And Three Houses is
25,000 downvotes on YouTube. Come on, people.
Check for Dante didn't clear.
Yeah.
I mean,
man.
But I mean, there's still hope, you know. If it was like,
Yeah, there's 6 more.
Yeah, there's. Oh yeah.
yeah, if you want, if that's why I can't be mad, because it's like if you want Dante, and this is the finale, and Sakurai's like, all right, that's it for Smash Brothers Ultimate, enjoy it. Then yeah, then it's a bummer. Oh, the last one would be Fire Emblem, but like there's still 6 more chances for characters you love to get in there.
Yeah, we were talking about yesterday. Someone brought up the fighters and stuff, and we were like, "Hey, nothing's for sure when it comes to Nintendo. Don't believe all these leaks and stuff. You know, it's not confirmed."
Yep.
And
no guarantees.
This is another example of don't believe all the leaks. It's not always what it seems it's gonna be.
Totally.
I do think though, you got 4 non-Nintendo. You got 4 guest characters.
Yeah.
And 1 Nintendo character for this fighter pass.
Totally.
I think it was like insanity to think you get all 5 would be guest fighters and not a single new Nintendo branded character. So
Sure.
I feel like just putting one of them in there in the long run, when you look back, it'll be like, oh, that was obvious. They needed to have like at least one new like Nintendo character.
And Three Houses.
Yeah, just don't. This was on with 6. Don't save it for last.
That's probably a good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
They probably made a mistake saving this for like the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2,
For sure,
I think
bud.
part of the problem is Fire Emblem has so much representation in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
And there are other franchises, Nintendo franchises, that what the heck?
Yeah.
Like, why are they not getting a character in here? And on top of all the people that's buying into the league, that was going to be Dante, so they're upset that it wasn't Dante. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But I mean, all that said, I mean, some of the newer Fire Emblem characters that are in Ultimate, like, don't play like the other. You know, like they're not like just they're not just like palette swaps, right?
Yeah.
And this the same with this guy. Like this is actually to play. This is a whole different ball of wax to try
Totally.
to figure out.
Yeah.
So.
The moves looked really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did a good job making it as interesting as they could with Byleth. I will say I'm a little disappointed it wasn't like another representation from 3 houses. Like, it would have been cool to maybe do the 3 house leaders like Claude, Edelgard, Dimitri. I mean, they're all very unique, but like they're doing the weapon swapping, so it could have been, I don't know.
Oh, something sort of like Pokemon. Or,
Yeah, something like that might have been cool, but just like having another blue-haired, default sword-wielding character is kind of like, oh, okay. Yeah, I've never seen that before, but yeah. Yeah, I saw like some people chat, like, people like to say like there's big series represented here. Like Zelda hasn't had a brand new character actually added.
Yeah.
It's like when he was teasing about Breath of the Wild, I was like, wait, are we getting Breath of the Wild Zelda as well? And it's like, no. I was like, okay, fine, Sakurai.
Hey, man.
But maybe he's hinting at
Fighter Pack 2,
maybe it was
Breath of the Wild 2.
maybe it was stealth-revealing that Breath of the Wild 2 Zelda
Yep.
is gonna be the first new fighter.
Yep.
Hey, I couldn't.
There's
hey,
still hope.
Sure.
There's
Yeah.
still hope.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hope on the horizon.
2021. That's a full 2-year commitment.
So yeah, what was the? So it said when?
It said all will be released by the end of 2021, the 31st of 2021. This is all this
So
year.
September.
Yeah.
December 31st.
So September 31st of
No,
next
December.
year.
December.
Oh, December 31st. So
Yeah.
we got 2 years.
2 years.
2 years for this one. They gave themselves more time. This time it was 14 months. So
So,
now
like,
they gave themselves-
I think that was
literally
the latest,
there
though.
could be characters in that pass for games that are not announced yet.
Well, potentially, but also I would say they'd probably only be like a Nintendo unannounced game because Sakurai did say they're all picked, all 6
Yeah.
already decided. So
Nice.
I wonder if they're gonna. I bet, knowing what I know now, I bet it's either gonna be 3 and 3, 3 guest, 3 new Nintendo characters, or 4 and 2 with 4 new guest, 2 Nintendo characters. I don't think you get more than 4 third-party characters
Right.
in there. I
Yeah.
bet it'll be 3 and 3,
Gotta get
and they should alternate this time.
the Odyssey 2 villain in there.
The Odyssey 2 villain. Do you think that's gonna be Hubert?
I don't know. Whoever it is, get him in there.
Right. I mean,
Oh.
we had
in
rabbits
there.
last time, so. Well, we get Geralt.
Get the Brutals. We'll
Not
get the
originally, did not,
Brutals.
as Hubert pointed out, Geralt did not originally
Yeah.
debut in a video game.
Yeah,
Sakurai
yeah.
said guy originally
The
debuted
hope
in
for
a video
Geralt
game.
is dead.
That
Geralt
is
will
funny.
never be in this game. Geralt will never be in this game. He's a book character.
I mean, Travis touchdown's a very high probability, I would say.
Oh, yeah, because No More Heroes 3 coming up. Yep.
Really good one, yeah. Get them all in there.
And even if not, he could be one of those Mii Fighter costumes.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to Altair.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I mean that's nice. They've always had a nice working relationship, and
I just like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Geralt's
I know
in
you're
Soul Calibur and Demon X Machina
And Monster Hunter.
and Monster Hunter.
Yep.
yeah,
Cool.
I guess it was interesting to know. I mean, they clarified the plans. They're calling it Fighter Pass Volume 2.
Dude, Yakuza
No,
is
no
such a high
teases.
chance.
No teases. No idea when we'll. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not till E3 that we hear about the first fighter.
Right.
Yeah.
We probably will not hear about the first new fighter till E3.
I mean,
a break. Yeah.
But if this was ready in November.
Oh no,
you were-
they might have the fighter, but like I bet they don't start. I bet there's not an announcement of the first fighter till E3.
Got it.
It'll probably come out soon after, but
Got
that
it.
would still give them even more time till the end of next year than the total time they had to reveal and release all of the first Fighter Pass characters, because they started in December 2018 and they had till February of this year, so they had 14 months. This is coming out at the end of January, so like they did in 13 months. So with 5 fighters, so they're giving themselves 24 months or 23 months to do 6 fighters this time. So a little bit more time. I think they realized they needed probably a little bit more gap time between each fighter. They probably worked themselves a little too hard. What do you think? Hey, but there's still life. Hey, if you were not happy today, you got 6 more.
Yep.
Your Geno dreams, your Dante dreams, your Master Chief, your Doom guy, your whatever. You're not gonna get all of them, but
6 more?
you're gonna
6
get
more chances?
I mean,
Yeah.
6 more chances, but not all of those 6 will be used up for that. Waluigi.
Waluigi.
Still hope.
Finale.
Still got hope for Waluigi. Crash Bandicoot, sure. Never know.
Yep. Ratchet.
Ratchet. You know what
Is
this
there
also
Ratchet and
means?
Clank in
This
there?
also means we got 2 more holiday seasons worth of rumors, which means perfect chance for the Grinch to come back. Just wait for more the Grinch leaks can happen again. Just
Yo,
waiting for it.
For real though, Sora. Let's go.
Everyone wants Sora.
Let's go.
People want Sora.
Let's go.
Hey, Kratos, PlayStation character.
Kratos with Atreus.
The celebration of all video gaming.
Kratos with alternate skins, like old Kratos, young Kratos.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
go.
If you're celebrating gaming, you should have Master Chief Kratos in there.
Definitely, 100%.
I'd go for that.
I agree.
And yeah.
Oh, yeah, Master Chief around Halo Infinite makes sense.
Yeah, into this year, that might be a thing. I mean, we're back. We got another round of this. Exciting. Hopefully, though, we do get a we're gonna kind of wrap this up. I do hope we get a proper Nintendo Direct soon. Yeah, I mean we got the fighter thing, but yeah, we got some games. We need to hear about some games.
February.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions just came out, and for Switch. Right?
It did?
Friday.
Isn't it out? Is that tomorrow or?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's out in some parts of the world now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm confused. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Dude, Yakuza 7 came out in Japan.
And we got
Jealous.
We got Animal Crossing and No More Heroes 3. But we need some more games.
They're asking for a Mortal Kombat 11 trailer.
Mortal Kombat 11
It's
trailer.
Joker.
It's Joker.
Should we end with a Joker crunch?
Do we give the Joker fans what they want?
It's up to Bloodworth. It's up to you, Bloodworth.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
All right, if Bloodworth says it's okay,
Give me a sec, chat.
then let's do it. We're in
don't
there.
know why
We're
it wouldn't
Joker.
be.
We got to do it for Joker. The Joker fans. I mean, what would Bossman say if he was here?
The Joker, I don't know. It's getting to be a weird thing. I don't know why it's become a thing.
The only thing I know is that it's nominated for as many Oscars as like Return of the King. That's the only thing I know, man. Joker and Return of the King, same levels. What?
There's a game on Switch this week called Jurassic Excite. Also, there's a game called So Many Me Extended Edition. And a game called Sorry, James.
Franklin James! Blow them all to hell!
Oh my gosh. Wait, there's a new game on the 3DS? Small World Z. And a new game on Wii U? Regina and Mac? It's freaking crazy.
Alright. Will Mark Hamill reveal himself?
Those blades, those teeth.
Dude, Zaz, Croc.
Ways I can kill you.
Croc, I mean, he's a Killer Croc skin.
Make selling them in Gotham.
Fight!
Dude, is that a Killer Croc Rocka skin, man?
Yeah.
I'll save the day.
What?
Oh my god, it's the Joker from the new run of the Nightmares. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell?
The Batman doll is so funny. Oh, is that Catwoman costume on her? Yeah.
Katana.
Whoa.
Here we go.
Ooh.
What I've been waiting for. That.
Finish him. Fatality.
Wow.
The Joker wins.
Yay!
So going a little bit.
Fun.
Alright, there it is.
Nobody gets it like Ed Boon.
That's fun.
Nobody gets it like Ed Boon.
Oh, and then what's the one on the left? Time Lord.
Amazing. Mortal Kombat and Smash, please.
Hey, Sub-Zero, Scorpion.
For real.
I don't know about that.
Because then you
Yeah.
can have Scorpion and Sub-Zero versus Ryu and Ken.
Mm-hmm.
You get Mario in there. He's talking about #1 fighting game of all time. You gotta lean into that. You gotta sell that angle of like, yo, this is the biggest fighting game of all time, and it has all of the biggest fighting games represented. Is there anyone from Tekken in Ultimate yet?
I don't think so.
Gotta get someone from Tekken, someone from Mortal Kombat, and then we're good to go. Nice. Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, I got
it's
nothing
just
left.
Just an outfit from Tekken.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. And then there's still Spawn to come, right? Spawn has yet to be released from Mortal Kombat 11 chat. He's just the last one left.
Oh, they've told you it's coming.
Mm-hmm. So Joker is coming up to be released, and then Spawn in March. Awesome. Cool. So yeah, just more fighters to come in all of your favorite fighting games. We were Easy Allies. Thank you for watching our Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Character Pack 1 Fighter 5 reveal event reactions. Nailed it.
So we will be back at noon with Mana Day. I've got some notes, new research on our new character abilities, so looking forward to that with Brad and Ben. And then we'll continue on with weekly hunts returning, as well as Silver Squad. Get yourself some naps and some food, and we'll see you in a few hours. Bye-bye.